Welcome back to Facing South Florida. I'm Lauren Pastrana in for Jim DeFeeti. More than 7 decades after the Holocaust, survivors and their families are still seeking some type of justice. Last week, survivor and South Florida resident David Mermelstein testified before Congress, asking for legislation that would help others like him collect the insurance claims of their relatives murdered by the Nazis. Here's some of what he said.
In 1944, we were all deported to the Bergsaal ghetto and then to Auschwitz, screamed into cattle cars with no windows, and they put in 2 buckets, one for a bathroom and one for drinking. My parents, my 4 brothers, my sister, grandfather were all murdered in Auschwitz, and I'm the only member of my family to survive.
Mr. Mermelstein has shared his personal experience at hundreds of schools across Florida and the country. He says not because he enjoys telling these sad stories, but because he feels an obligation to educate people to ensure the atrocities he endured never happen again. And we are very proud to have him with us here this morning. Mr. Mermelstein, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, I'm very happy to be here.
First off, thank you so much for your continued efforts to educate people about the Holocaust. As time goes on, we don't want the younger generations to forget what was experienced. Now, you're almost 91 years old, so no one would fault you.
Not 91 yet.
Not yet. But no one would fault you for slowing down. But
2
you
months.
just keep on going. And you went up to Washington, D.C. to testify before Congress. What was that experience like for you? And tell us a little bit about what your mission was in going there regarding these insurance payouts.
Well, I don't know if you noticed that we survivors cannot go to an American court with this. And a friend of mine, he was on that ship that went to Cuba. They wouldn't let him in there, they wouldn't let him in here. But finally he came to this country and wound up in the Army. I passed the test, but by the time they called me, my wife had a baby, and they wouldn't take men with babies. So I didn't go to the Army. But we were working on this with the insurance commissioner, Senator Nelson.
So it's been going for a long time.
It's been going a long time. And he summons them to come down to Miami, and they did. But they couldn't find nothing. But they sent me $1,000, not only me, everybody that applied got $1,000. Now, if they knew that we didn't have anything, so they wouldn't have sent $1,000. But they made it with some organizations that didn't represent us and were not even supposed to talk about us without us. So,
but this $1,000 you're talking about, this is what's supposed to be sort of somewhat of an insurance payout? Because my understanding is the nonpartisan group Congressional Research Services estimates that unclaimed insurance contracts held by Jews in Europe prior to World War II are worth between $2 billion and $25 billion. So $1,000 does not cut it.
I think they send $1,000 just to figure they'll be quiet or they'll take care of it.
But that was a long time ago, and you're still waiting for more. So,
right.
So what now? So you went up to the Senate Judiciary Committee asking them to do what? To
pass a law that we could go to court here in the United States. That's all.
And what was the reaction? What did you hear from some of the senators?
Well, it wasn't the regular Senate. It was the Judiciary Committee. And they were very sympathetic because I explained everything in details. And they saw that we cannot go to an American court. To the Army, yes. To fight for the United States, yes. But this way, no. So that's what we finally got to 2 senators, and they started and called me to come and tell them what's going on.
There are some groups out there, though. You represent the survivors because you are one, but there are some groups out there who don't want to see these insurance payouts happen. Who are these groups, and why would they not want this to happen? And do they speak for your group?
Well, I can't say it because they say prove it, and I can't prove, but they got paid off. So they were against it. And some of those organizations are Jewish organizations.
But not survivor organizations?
No, they never came to us. They never talked to us.
So you're asking for these payouts. Obviously, no amount of money is going to erase the atrocities that
No,
you
we're not asking
experienced.
for money right now. We're asking to be able to go to an American court like any American citizen goes. We are citizens.
And then from that court, though, what you would want to see is perhaps these insurance payouts, correct?
ask for the money that it's coming to us.
Ask for that
Because
money.
we had a business, we had a large house, and we had property across the street. So
This was back in your home of
Yes,
Czechoslovakia,
yeah.
correct? And when the Holocaust started and when you lost your family, you lost all of that. So what you're hoping for yourself and for some of the other survivors, because I know you've explained in the past that some of these survivors are struggling in poverty because they
Yes.
lost everything, and not everyone
Yes.
has been able to rebound and rebuild
Right.
quite like you have. So
Well,
what's next for you, Mr. Mermelstein, in just a couple of seconds?
I
What's
came
next
to
for
this
you?
country with a 3-grade schooling.
And look at you now.
Couldn't speak one word of English. Didn't have no trade because I was too young then and everything. Yet I started to work, saved every dollar, went to the bakery with my friend, and we bought a day-old bread.
Wow.
Because it was half price.
Yeah, you were very resourceful from a young age, and you still continue to be, Mr. Mermelstein. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us here this morning. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Best of luck to you.